Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
You know, Brian, my wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape.
Well, that'd be a big step forward.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas as in Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log, but it's...
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Hello and welcome to another strange and unusual episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show that doesn't have a snappy joke to open with because I was pressed for time and couldn't come up with really anything clever. But when do I? I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
Thank you for not arguing, fellas. And back from the realm of chill, our fourth stranger in the night. Tito, welcome back, man.
Hey, guys.
Exchanging
Everybody
clothing.
missed you.
You're back.
They all missed you.
Strangers
Yeah, I
in
missed
my
everyone.
pants.
They did. A lot of people wrote in and said,
Oh,
"Where's
really?
Tito?
Since then?
Where's
Wow.
Poochie?"
Where's all the letters? Where are all the envelopes? Where's the bag of envelopes?
Poochie had to go back to his own planet.
Whenever Tito's not on the radio, everybody should be saying,
There it is.
"Where's Tito?"
Here's a one-episode character.
I know, right?
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
You make Derek spew
Sorry,
already.
Derek. Sorry. That's what happened to Tito. He really had to go back to his home planet and sit there and watch Val Kilmer movies. I don't know really, but welcome back. Tonight we'll be, at long last, talking Demon Bats, Bad Dreams, Crazy Russians, and hey, it's Paul Reiser as we discuss Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1 and 2. And yes, there will be lots of spoilers, so beware, true believer. But one thing never spoiled are some tasty appetizers prepared with blood, sweat, and tears, but mostly sweat. But always made with love. Here's our own Kentucky Fried Colonel, Brian.
What's this over here?
You never heard of grits?
Sure. I heard of grits. I just actually never seen a grit before.
All right. Hey, tonight, dear friends, we're going to be talking about Stranger Things, and I'm going to warn you, there will be many spoilers going forward. So if you have not yet caught up on this season of Stranger Things, we encourage you to stop this episode now, go watch Stranger Things, and then come on back.
Well, go listen to an older episode first.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'll
you want
work too.
to keep this mojo going.
That's
then
true.
go watch Stranger Things.
Yes.
I mean, you've got your app open, and you might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't watch Stranger Things while you're driving in your car. You'll
That's right.
crash.
Mhm.
A lot of awesomeness. In
And
this.
Mark has tried.
I tried, and I failed miserably.
All right, so you've been warned.
Did you end up upside down?
Ba-dum-ba.
Well, yes.
So, for our appetizer, in honor of a certain character from Season 4 of Stranger Things, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite picks of characters from other TV shows who became fan favorites but left us way too soon. Also, there may be spoilers in the appetizer section as well, so if you're worried about that kind of thing, please just keep hitting that skip ahead button until you hear Evil Ed say, "His dinner's in the oven." Ready?
After that, yes. Could we not be?
All right. I'll
you wanna start?
I'll start
All
with a
right.
big one. All right. So when I first watched this show, I thought this show was going to revolve around this character. And at the end of Season 1, he was killed. Ned Stark, Sean Bean, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I mean, he was, obviously very key character.
Yeah, you and everybody else, I think, Derek.
Right? I mean, I should have known better because it was Sean Bean.
True.
That's what I should
He
have.
dies in almost everything he's in.
But yeah, I was fooled, and it took me by surprise.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the last death that took me by surprise on that show.
His wife, Caitlin.
That's yep, and lots of other ones. So, but yeah, Ned Stark. That's my
Pretty
pick.
much all the Starks.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for Bran and Arya.
I know I like Arya,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I could have done without Bran.
What was the one? Rickon?
Rickon.
Rickon,
yeah.
yeah.
Who was like disappears and then comes back and
then-
he's in one episode and
and
then he
then
dies. And then he
dies.
dies.
Yep.
That was huge.
Oh, that
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't that like the
Ned
prisoner
Stark
exchange
dying
that went
is
wrong?
huge. Oh yeah. That's like
Yeah.
the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah, and
just
he has-
before.
He's got like an arrow or something.
Yeah. Ramsay's Bolton shoots him.
Bastard Ramsay.
Yeah, but Ned Stark is a great character and a great fighter, and that's always been my favorite things about the show is like who would win in a fight.
Yeah.
And you almost get to see Ned and Jaime fight.
Yep.
And that gets all fucked up, and then he dies, and all I could think was like, oh, I'm not gonna see him fight Jaime now.
Yeah.
That like crushed me.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the greatest fighters and most honorable characters, and
No, it's true.
he dies, and his characters is throughout the entire series essentially. The idea of Ned Stark and what he is played out through his kids.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
They all live by that code.
yeah, that one broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because they really got you liking Ned Stark. And
Yep.
And off with his head.
Ned.
I'm going to go with Steve Urkel from Family Matters. One-time character, never, unfortunately. I'm totally kidding.
I'm like, when did he die? Are you thinking of the Die Hard Steve Urkel crossover fan fiction that everybody's...
I just wanted to see how
Carl Winslow
long
actually shot Steve
it
Urkel,
would
and now
take.
he's haunted by the ghost of him?
Derek's looking at me like, you fucking idiot.
Oh, Jesus.
He made that show. No, actually, my pick is Deep Throat from X-Files, played by Jerry Hardin. He was once the partner, I guess, co-conspirator with the Smoking Man, part of the syndicate, responsible for the alien assassination in Roswell in the 50s. He's come back a couple of times, making guest appearances, but his character essentially is gunned down at the end of season 1 or near the end of season 1. And it's too bad because it's a great character. Kind of takes Mulder under his wing. There's this cool father and son thing they have for a
I
while.
forgot all about Deep Throat in that show.
Jerry Hardin, great actor. So that would be mine. That's it. Not really Steve Urkel.
All right.
I mean, Steve Urkel could get gunned down if he wanted to. I never got into that show too much, but
there you go.
Steve.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Did the daughter? Wasn't there a middle daughter in Family Matters that only lasted one season? And
I think she just
They got rid
disappeared.
of
she
her.
just disappears, right?
Written off the show.
She was
Cousin
on for a couple
Oliver
of
is it
seasons.
killed off screen?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. A cousin joins cousin Richie.
That's right. I remember cousin
Right?
Rachel.
He gets a little bit older.
Yeah.
Then they're kind of there at the same time. And it's like, well, you don't need two cute kids. So they get rid of the daughter.
Wow.
Just 86er.
And then she got addicted to marijuana, which is hilarious and sad at the same time.
And for reals,
Yeah.
in real life, as the kids say, for reals. Do the kids say for reals?
I don't know. You got kids. What do they say?
They're right now.
You're not my real father.
Take this crazy plumbing. Here's something my wife could use.
A real man?
No, a man. You're up, dude.
All right. So I'm a huge fan of this show, the original, the spinoffs. It's Doyle from Angel, season 1.
Oh, wow.
The Glenn
Doyle.
Quinn character.
Yeah, the
he's
singer in the club.
He's the. Oh no.
No?
I know who you're thinking.
Who am I thinking
No,
of? Doyle was the
Mark
Irish kid.
Yeah. the
Yes,
Irish
yes. He was also on Roseanne around the
Yeah,
same
he was
time.
Mark from
Yes.
Roseanne.
Okay, yeah.
So Doyle is in season
his
1.
boyfriend.
Him, Angel, and Cordelia run the detective agency. He dies at the end of season 1.
That's right.
Passing on his powers to Cordelia. And he never gets a chance to come back. They actually want to bring him back, but the actor died
In real life.
in real life.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shit,
Yeah.
no kidding.
I think he had some substance abuse issues, and by the time they were thinking about bringing him back, he
It
had
was
passed.
too late.
Yeah, but he was a really awesome part of season 1. I like the show a lot. I'm a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan too. So, but I thought his character was really, really fun. He's like half human, half demon, and he can kind of see the future. So that was my choice.
Nice.
He dies at the end of season 1.
I got to get back into
He never
Buffy.
comes back.
Buffy's a show that I used to love, and I
Yeah.
haven't watched it in years and years. And I know it's readily available
I
on.
love the movie, but I never watched the
Oh, I
show.
love
Yeah,
the
the
movie
show was
too.
I
awesome.
like the movie. I
Yeah.
like the show, but I fell off the show.
Yeah.
And I can't remember why.
Yeah,
Probably because Smallville started up and
Maybe.
turned my attention
I did like
to that.
I think I watched up until whenever Angel starts, and then started alternating episodes.
When does Seth Green show up as a werewolf?
Oh, that might be like the second or third season.
yeah, about the
maybe?
third season.
So, you know, I
Yeah.
think I've only
Because it's
seen the
still in
first
high
couple
school.
of...
It's in high school when Seth Green shows up. And I think season 2 or 3, season 3 maybe they go to college. There's 7 seasons of Buffy?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
7 or 8? Yeah, because they got canceled a couple of times and they kept bringing it back.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't think I knew
Angel
whatever
got canceled, I think, and then got brought back for the final season.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Well, it was funny because I remember them having a big thing for like Angel had just celebrated its 100th episode, and then it seems like they got the notification like days later that they were canceled.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Talk about highs and lows.
But yeah, so that one was mine. Character who I absolutely loved from a series that I love.
Cool.
Would have liked to have seen him go.
What about you, Brian?
All right, so I'm going. Mine's a very recent one, and there's going to be a major spoiler for people who have not seen Star Trek: Strange New World. So fast forward or just skip ahead or whatever you need to do. But I'm talking about Hemmer, who is the chief engineer of the Enterprise in Strange New World.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, this past week, Hemmer died. He was the blind chief engineer on the USS Enterprise. His race was Anar, which is kind of like Andorian. It's like a cousin of the Andorians. Instead of having the blue skin with the antennas, they were kind of like a pale whitish gray.
Right.
But a very cool species. And he was blind. And I don't know if that's indicative of all Anar or just him, but his other senses could compensate for his loss of eyesight, so it wasn't really a problem. Much like Geordi, I guess. Star Trek has a thing for blind engineers.
Geordi.
He was usually the smartest person in the room, and because of that, he could come off as aloof and condescending. But despite this, he strikes up a quick and fast friendship with Uhura, who he takes under his wing, and he kind of becomes a mentor of sorts. And unfortunately, in the penultimate episode, which just aired last week of Strange New Worlds, Hemmer sacrifices himself after discovering that he was unwittingly implanted with Gorn eggs.
Oh,
that's
that
cool.
old trope.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, but he was a very cool character that I, for one, would have wanted to see a lot more of on the show, and I think he was taken off way too soon.
Have we seen the Gorn yet?
You do in this episode.
Okay,
Yes.
finally. Jesus.
Yeah.
Corn eggs. Jeez.
Corn eggs. I didn't even know they laid eggs.
Well,
I feel like I should
now
have
you
known
do.
that.
In
Being
your
all
head, bro.
lizard.
I said there are
Did he get
spoilers.
slipped a roofie? Or?
I slipped the Gorn egg,
Uh-huh.
I think, in his brain.
He thought it was caviar. What do you want? He's blind. He
You
can't
know,
see.
Brian, I thought maybe you were going to go with Yar.
Yeah, no, I didn't really care for Yar, and
No?
I didn't mind that she got killed off in season 1.
Oh, I watched that
Yeah.
episode. I watched that.
Yeah.
I
I really
go
didn't.
back. That scene when that thing blasts her and she goes
Yeah.
flying against the set.
are awful.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I
The one
really
was
didn't.
thinking was
Sarah and I
she
can't
was
stand it.
she was
Oh,
kind of
she's
useless.
awful.
All she did was stand around and make faces. She was
Yeah.
a horrible security chief.
And she yelled.
She did nothing.
She yelled.
She yells
everything.
and just made a weird face whenever
Yeah.
something went wrong.
No, you
And,
can't compete with a Klingon.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of short hair on women, so
well, I don't mind that, but Tasha Yar
She
was
came- she
annoying.
comes
I
back,
think she looked
though.
great. She
She
wore
does
it well.
come back.
Actually, the
She
character
comes back as a Romulan.
yeah, Sela.
Sela.
And she's much better as a villain
Yes.
than she is as a hero. I do like her as Sela.
CeeLo
Mm-hmm.
Green.
CeeLo Green.
That one?
CeeLo Crosby.
he was canceled.
No, he's back and he's better than ever, baby. I think. I don't know.
Tiny little
don't-
dinosaur arms.
You think you know all these things,
Big
what
old
people
glasses.
are
He came back.
doing, and they don't.
I'm trying to tell you, Mark. You
No,
can't be no one can be canceled.
Yes, they can.
You think you can. If you let them cancel you, then you are.
That's
If you just keep showing up every day,
If
then
CeeLo
people just
yeah.
give up and move on.
So Kevin Spacey still has a shot. Is
Yeah,
that
I
what you're
guarantee.
saying?
It's like
Dude,
Milton in Office Space.
Don't be surprised if one day
We
he's in a
fixed
movie and
the
you're like,
glitch.
you see that new Kevin Spacey? It's phenomenal.
Kevin Spacey's office is down in the basement now
With all the roaches.
He's still
Unless he
around.
ends up in prison. Unless he ends up in
Hey, Spacey.
I
How's
mean,
it hanging?
is it being canceled? Like, is jail being canceled? I guess.
Jail?
Well,
Yeah, if he
kind
gets
of.
jail time, then he's just a criminal.
Oh, I thought you were asking is jail.
Yeah,
being
yeah. I'm not talking
canceled.
about growth, like being a
Yeah,
like
no.
jail.
I'm not talking
I
about
know.
like being a dickhead and then like learning from your mistakes. Like he's committing crimes.
That's true.
That's prison
true.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
right.
not talking
That's
about
prison, baby.
That's prison.
That's just prison.
That's just prison,
prison.
baby.
It's just bending you over and dropping the soap.
This has been 3 Semantic Dads with Tito and Mark. There you go. Good appetizers.
It's the only thing that keeps me out of prison.
Is
The fear of being raped.
The fear of running into
That's
CeeLo.
it. That's the only
Otherwise, I'd be committing crimes left and right.
Dude, I guarantee that's why most hetero males don't commit crime, is that fear of rape, prison rape. I want no part of it. I'm serious. It's good to be back, guys.
I was gonna say I'm gonna see how long you can keep this going.
A lot of people don't know this, but I wasn't on last week as my polio was acting up. And, I had to get my shot.
He's not throwing away his shot.
But I digress.
That's all right.
Take it away, Mike.
Thank you, Tito. Oh, good. Glad I get to pull everybody out of that one. On to the main course.
Yeah.
Nice
On
job.
to the
Great
next.
appetizers,
Great
everybody.
apps.
Great appetizers. On to the main course.
Here's dinner's in the oven.
All right, so as I said, pressed for time, so I don't really have an in-depth introduction to this. So I'm just going to say, Volume 2, Season 4, whatever it is, dropped of Stranger Things over the 4th of July weekend. I don't think anybody waited as soon as it dropped.
No, I
Netflix
couldn't.
crashed, and everybody was watching it.
So glad they were long.
Yeah.
I was worried that because I knew that there was only going to be 2 episodes. But
Yeah.
When I saw that one was an
An
hour and a half and the other one was 2.
It's like getting 4 episodes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can I?
What
were people thinking? What were you hoping to see, not to see? Because I gave you a couple of weeks where you had to really stew on that last episode with Nancy.
Well, I mean,
the biggest. Oh, go ahead, Derek.
Oh, no, I knew that the showdown was going to happen.
Sure.
Ultimately
Between Vecna and 11.
Vecna and 11 were going to, I loved that, I know we liked them all together, but the fact that there were 3 different groups. And they were all on, and it definitely felt more like a D&D game because they were you had these 3 groups on quests.
Yeah, and then the 3 parties come together at the very end.
So how they were going to pull them all together and connect the events of what all 3 ended up doing. I was looking forward to seeing that. So
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And I want to add, I was kind of hoping that they would get rid of Argyle because I thought he was annoying. And really,
he's
a
so
lot of people
sweet.
didn't.
I
didn't care for
was
Argyle.
kind of
You
there.
like
He's so dumb.
He is
Argyle was
dumb.
there.
He was so dumb.
What's
He's
up
so
with dumb drivers named Argyle?
His surfer lingo just wore thin really quick with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
And,
interesting
but he knew where to get
cheeseball
salt.
character.
And I
He
feel
knew
like
where to get
Netflix
salt.
knew it, and they were like, "Well, we gotta give him something really important to do." So he's the guy who locates the salt.
The salt bath.
Yeah.
You know what I'll say the Duffer Brothers are really good at? Anytime anyone has feedback, watch next season, you'll love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch them be like, oh, they thought he sucked, so we're going to tweak this. And, oh, Lucas doesn't have parents? Oh, okay. Oh, we don't care about Glasses Girl with the red hair? Well, okay, we remember all these things,
Yep.
and we're going to bring them back for you. Not in like a spiteful way, but in like a, we take your notes and we want to adjust the show so that you guys enjoy it.
Here's your callback.
Because I've only heard people that didn't like, I'm indifferent to Argyle.
Yeah.
He probably, but here's the thing, like, if he had died, no one would have cared.
No,
no one
not
cares
at all.
if
No.
he dies. I don't. No. Or
There's,
if he just disappears.
There's no hashtag bring back Argo or
No.
anything like that going on right now.
I was worried that they were going to kill. So Steve,
Yeah,
everybody
Steve
was.
solved
was.
my heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody
I
was.
I was really,
And I was a
worried
little
that could
nervous.
happen.
Yep. No, the Duffers were they're too smart. That would have ended their show if they had killed Steve.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would have ended it.
If they only got one season left, then what does it matter?
It
That's
could
true.
happen.
But they want people to watch that season.
Yeah.
And if you got rid of Steve, I think at least half of his popularity would have plummeted. I mean, look at how many people, and obviously we know the one that nobody wanted to go. I don't think. I know I didn't. Was Eddie? I really liked Eddie, and I didn't
Max.
at first.
Didn't want to see Max go either.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening with Max yet.
Yeah, I know.
She's dead.
Yeah, you think
dead.
she's gonna die?
She's comatose.
Yeah.
My thing, I think that she's going to be the big bad next season
Oh, I hope not.
because Vecna's dead.
No, I thought he
But
wasn't.
well,
He pulled a Michael
I
Myers
think-
at the
yeah,
end. He got
yeah.
up and walked
I thought Will
But-
might be the next baddie because he
With-
kept rubbing the back of his neck again, saying he could
I think he's
feel
just got
him.
that connection with the underground.
Oh,
Or the
that-
upside
the whole
down.
thing.
Yeah.
I'd
Because
rather
doesn't he
him
kind
be
of do that at the end of almost every season? Isn't
Yeah.
like
He's
because
got,
Will was the
as of
first one.
season 3.
Yeah.
He has that
That's all he
ability
does.
Yeah.
When
Well,
he's
they're
not
out in the
doing it,
woods. There's
that's all he
mosquitoes.
does. He does that, or he
That's all it
whines
is.
and he makes whiny faces.
The hair on the back of his neck stands
I don't
out.
Yeah.
care about Will.
but the
I know that's
the
terrible,
fact
but
that
You sound like Mike.
I don't like Mike either. I don't like Mike. Can't look at Finn Wolfhard's face for much longer. It's like, seriously,
I would have been okay with him.
He looks like a 30 Days at Night vampire. I swear to God.
He looks like he should be playing young Howard Stern, and if they remake Private Parts.
Have you seen the meme? It's all like it's a bunch of different people. He's the first two pictures, and it's his age progression.
Yeah,
and it goes from like him to Ezra Miller to who's the guy that played Force Awakens? What's his face?
I know who you're talking about.
Adam Driver. Keanu Reeves. Alan Rickman.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty good.
But I do. I think she's going to end up coming back in a bad way.
Okay.
I'm with Brian. I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope so too. She's one of my favorite characters, and I was like devastated when she was up in the air and started twisting around.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and her bones started breaking.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I was like, no, not Max.
But in the end, when Eleven goes back into her mind, and there's just darkness, and she's calling out for her and can't find her. She's not there. It's like, all right, well then where is she? She's getting turned around and twisted the way that number one did. That's what I think. I think that there's especially the fact that she almost got it once before from him, and then survived that one only to get it again. I feel like there's
just some Final Destination shit.
I just feel like there's a strong
Can't
connection.
escape it.
But I loved her. She's and I loved her character arc, and you know.
There was a lot of heartbreaking moments this season.
Yeah, but I didn't really.
That was a big emotional.
Eddie, I didn't really care too much.
Really? Oh,
wow. How come?
Like that didn't get me like Max did. I thought like, oh well, maybe the goodbye with Dusty.
Yeah.
Like I'll
turn around.
Yeah. And
nothing, huh?
Like,
oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And I think that Eddie is a cool character. I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
Like so for me, it's like I feel like Dustin, where I'm just like, I'm gonna brag to you about how cool I think Steve is, right? Because that's their whole connection.
Yeah.
Essentially, is like Eddie telling Steve how cool Dustin keeps telling him he is. And that's what all I want to tell Eddie. Is like, dude. Like anytime anybody was like, Eddie's awesome, I'm like, did you guys fucking forget about Steve? Did we forget like, what Steve has done?
That's right
for these kids.
Exactly.
And I felt like that was kind of going away.
Like tried to steal the thunder.
And I think that's kind of what happens in the show. But during their scene, I'm not a huge Metallica fan. I didn't love that guitar solo. All right, I didn't love the music.
Yeah.
But I thought the scene was really
Master of
fucking
Puppets.
phenomenal. I thought the scene was phenomenal. And then everything he did up until the point where he died, I was like,
cool.
wow, this is fantastic.
He went out like a badass.
Right. And
he went out like a badass.
How he's talking to
But it was one of those
Dustin
senseless deaths. Like he would have been fine. Everything would have gone to plan.
He had something to prove.
If he had I know.
He didn't run.
He wasn't going to run.
He wasn't going to run.
That's what you get, folks.
Yeah.
Too much pride.
And I gotta
bitten.
say, I felt a little sad when he was like, I didn't run this time. I'm like, oh, man, Eddie, you redeemed yourself.
Right. That's a Steve Harrington moment, though. That only Steve walks away from.
That's that. I mean, honestly. That's that Randy Quaid moment in Independence Day.
Right.
Everybody, there's one person that's what made Randy Quaid cool.
I might have felt differently if it had been a Van Halen guitar solo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I would
I don't know what the song was.
The song was Master of Puppets.
I know. I'm sorry. What the song for me that would have made me like put me over the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I would if it was Ride the Lightning, I would have been even more charged.
I don't know.
But I am a Metallica fan, and I thought the Master of Puppets thing was cool, and I like how Metallica responded to it, and
Oh, I saw that
they're
tweet.
suing. Lars
Ulrich is suing.
Fuck yourself.
He's done with Napster.
Yeah, Master of Puppets showed up on Napster again. It's number one on Napster. Lars is freaking the fuck out.
It was cool though because as soon as it was done, Emily was like, "I want to hear that song. Like, you want to see the guys that sing it?" So we were watching Metallica play Master with Puppets live. I mean, we played Ride the Lightning, and I was like, "So this is the better bassist."
And then he mailed them 69 cents.
And
That's a huge thing about this show is that it's definitely one of those things that has crossed like
generations.
Yep.
Like, I mean, look at the Kate Bush.
The Kate
Yeah,
Bush song.
running up that hill.
Yeah,
Back
she's
in the
making
charts.
millions right now.
Yeah.
Just because the show, and it's not even like a remix. It's not a remix. It's not a new version.
No, it's not a cover.
It's the original song,
Yeah.
and people are downloaded it like crazy because of this show.
And it's a character
I think
unto
that's
itself
awesome.
throughout
Yeah.
the entire
Absolutely.
season.
It
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
It's its
Absolutely.
own character.
It's what
It's a
saved
huge
Max.
plot point. Yeah, absolutely.
Every once in a while, they play a song, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I love that
Yeah.
song."
Yeah.
And it's only like 30 seconds of a
Yeah.
scene.
Never
that
gonna
song,
give you.
They have
honestly,
Never gonna
I
let
think
you
such
down.
I was
good
thinking
music.
like Max is thinking, what if I get tired of this song? I never got tired of hearing it in the show.
Nope.
And it always felt like it was in the right place,
Yep.
playing, and they were playing just enough of it. And it was its own character.
Their
Imagine if the
music
Duffer
choices
Brothers-
are always really good.
Yeah, can you imagine if the Duffer Brothers were Rick-rolling us though? Every time that Max needed their fix, it was it was Rick Astley.
Somehow, I don't think it would have been quite the same.
That would have been awesome.
It would have been awesome.
Or if she went to go push play on the cassette player that said Kate Bush, and it was Rick Astley.
Yeah,
It's Big Butts by Sir
Mike and Dustin were
Mix-a-Lot.
fucking with her.
Yeah.
So do you think that's the tape that Eddie, when Robin's like, I need music, he's like, this is music?
No,
He's
that was
trying to get
Iron
it-
Maiden.
That was Iron Maiden.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
didn't even notice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Iron Maiden also texted the Duffer
Yeah.
Brothers or sent a message and said, "We know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Thank you."
2 Minutes to Midnight would have been a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Or Run to the Hills.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
at least it wasn't.
I like
Never gonna
Metallica.
give
I
you
just
a
didn't know.
or Ice Ice Baby.
Oh, God.
You know, it could have been worse.
I think the time frame was a little too early for Ice Ice
I think,
Baby.
a bit too early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Season 4 was what?
80s.
86?
Yeah.
Let's see. Can't touch this. MC Hammer then could have been that.
1986.
That's why we pray.
You think that's Eddie would have played that?
that.
That was like low key
Wait,
Nancy's favorite
pulls his
song.
jeans
That could have been
down.
Nancy's favorite song of that
came out
time.
the same year.
What? Which one?
Can't touch this.
I don't
and
fucking
Ice Ice
really
Baby.
know,
No,
dude.
they
I
didn't.
kind of.
Ice Ice Baby came out like in the early 90s. Or
Yeah, but so did Can't Touch This.
Yeah, I can't touch this. Was
I
MC
thought
Hammer.
I can't touch this. I
Can't
thought it
touch
was way
this
earlier than
was
that.
80.
I want to say it was around
I thought
86.
it was 88.
No.
Not at the same time.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
One outdid
Nope.
the other.
I'm telling you, I was on the school bus with the cassette.
That doesn't mean
insert,
anything.
Memorizing the words.
Yeah, they both came out in 1990.
All right.
Boom.
1990.
Wow.
Well, hey,
1990.
not 88,
But not
at
88.
all.
But still not available for
and
No,
both
no,
around
yeah.
the same time.
All
for
right.
Eddie or any of
So,
any of the
Living on a
little
Prayer,
bastards.
John Bon Jovi. Would have
No,
been
if he had
acceptable.
done it, it would have been under pressure. It would have been
Pressure.
dun, 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 dun,
the. Dun,
not
dun, dun, dun,
dun,
It's that
dun.
extra
Yeah,
little
exactly.
ching. It's that little ching.
You give love a bad name. Shot to the heart. That would have been cool.
Oh, there was a good. There was a good.
Nah,
in
that's
season
not
2,
vanilla,
there's a
that's
really
Bon
good Bon Jovi song. She's a runaway.
Runaway.
Oh,
Oh,
no
yeah.
way.
Runaway. That was a good for season 2. That random.
Well, and
episode that
and
everybody
separate
hated.
ways for this season was really like
Oh, yeah.
the
Journey.
arrangement that they
Oh, that's
used
right.
was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
That was a cool arrangement.
I love epic arrangements like that they use for movie trailers. When they take like old songs. And
Yeah, remember when they did that for Thriller, for the trailer for Stranger Things Part 2? They remixed Michael Jackson's
Yep.
Thriller. Oh, it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
they
last
put the
season was
Vincent Price monologue in it.
Baba O'Reilly,
Yeah.
I think was
By The Who.
yeah.
Menudo.
All the music's really well used in this series.
They've got very good taste.
You know, I actually that first episode from Volume 2, I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I was like, thank God there's another 2.5 hours because it just wasn't like I liked how they ended that first volume.
Yeah.
It makes 100% sense. But that first episode back, I was like, this is a little bit filler for me. I'm not getting the stuff that I really want.
Yeah, because they resolve. Well, they like, you know, pick up with her in the prison or whatever she's in, you know, and learning the truth and all that stuff.
Right.
And with the rest of them, Hopper is, you know, that they're all together. Yeah, it's kind of like a race to the next episode.
Yeah,
so that we can.
that's kind of how I was like, I have to
conclude.
watch both
Yeah.
of these tonight
Yeah.
because this episode's not enough for
Yeah.
me right now. I need a little something extra.
Oh, they made up for it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Can we,
I'm curious as to why they didn't just do it a few more episodes. Because they could have broken that episode, that part.
Oh, the
up
2.5
to,
hour
like,
one?
at least 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. It was a choice.
Because it was like an hour and a half, right? And the episode before that at the one at the break was about an hour and 30 minutes, something to that effect. So, which I
They
felt like could have
just
been
how
shorter
much to
too.
give us a taste of. They're like,
I know.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been a little bit shorter.
I mean,
the
there
stuff
were-
with like Hopper in the prison.
No.
Man, that Demogorgon took like
Well, that's what I
45
was
minutes to come out of that fucking hole.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's I was just going to say
Well, he
that.
has no eyes. He can't
can-
see. You know.
Can we talk about the fucking Conan sword?
Oh yes,
Oh,
we can.
I was like,
where did that come from?
That's
I
my
missed that.
question.
it was there. It was one of the weapons they could use. That got
Oh,
left
really?
behind.
Somebody selected
So
that?
it
and
was
it was just
left in
lying
the
there?
pit. Ah, yeah.
So they had
okay.
like there was like a
Makes
mace. There was battle
Okay.
axes.
So did they show it before
I
the
don't.
break?
So I don't know if anybody. I don't know if you see anybody else holding it.
Yeah.
Because Hopper's not. He's got like,
no,
the spear
no,
that's
yeah,
on
and he had
fire.
that he was trying to light on
Yeah,
fire.
but when he walks in, it's just lying there. That's why I
Right.
said the same thing.
I
was
didn't
like,
think
holy
of
shit,
that.
the
and they
Conan
said it was
sword.
the
That's a good
exact
point.
same prop too. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a replica that
Yeah.
they had
Oh,
done.
really?
It was the
That's
exact
awesome.
same thing. And what's his name? Barber, David
David
Harbour.
Harbour.
He said that thing is
heavy.
fucking heavy.
Yeah.
He says,
said
I
it
don't
was
know how Arnold was like spinning it around. And I'm like, well, look at Arnold.
You,
but,
you
know.
don't? Have you not seen
I know.
Arnold
I know.
during Conan?
But
glad- I'm
Harbour
glad-
got himself pretty ripped in
he sure
you know,
did.
being in
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that
Very
gulag
fit.
in Russia.
Yeah. See what happens when you eat nothing but gruel? You
I
get
know.
jacked.
Yeah, I guess
apparently.
so.
I didn't know gruel had that effect.
We'll have to start eating it.
It's the
Yeah.
Russian winter, probably.
See, we should have listened to Wilford Brimley from last episode.
So it's Russian winters.
I kill you.
That's not it.
I know, but I'm still gonna do it.
Can't you see I want to come in?
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm
man.
all better now.
I'm all better now. I can help with the Demogorgon. No, I gotta get out of Russia.
I'm glad you cleared that up though, because that was bugging me where he got the sword. I'm like, did he just pull that from a Mary Poppins bag? Or
I know,
like,
right?
I don't remember
See, you guys
holding it,
like
but there
catch
was,
these things and you think. I'm just like, oh, a sword. That's awesome.
Oh, you didn't?
That's all I
Oh,
need.
no,
You
no,
know
I was
it's
like
a
Conan
Yeah,
sword.
I
Yeah.
had no idea where it came from. I didn't even think to think, this thing just appeared.
Yep.
I was just like, oh, Hellboy's got a sword. That's fucking great. He's gonna cut the shit up out of this thing. That's all I need.
And he did.
I need
Yeah.
You need a Conan sword to do that.
Yeah.
Totally did.
Because nothing else
totally did.
nothing else
did.
works
That
on
was
it.
that seems cool.
That was a great cast of characters too. All that whole gang was awesome. And
So
Derek
they
disagrees.
grew on me after
Yeah.
when they came back. They grew. I wasn't a fan of like Yuri
Yeah.
or the like.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
that Jack and Hagar. That was like the faceless man was the other.
Yes.
the Russian
Yeah.
guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
Yep.
He grew on me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
He was originally slated to die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Duffer Brothers confirmed that that originally their original plan he was going to end up dying.
No kidding. I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They-
Winona
They already
Ryder-
killed off one likable Russian in the last season.
Oh yeah, that
Remember
was
that
great.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That guy was-
I liked him.
Smirnoff. All right.
Yeah, whatever his name. Yeah, Alexei was
We'll
called.
call him Smirnoff.
Winona Ryder aside, everybody was cool. When something about her in this show irks me, and I don't know what it is. And I know it's insulting to 80. I'm sorry, guys, but
It's the wild eyes.
she just does not blink. It doesn't. It seems like she's confused as to what she is doing on
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
Like somebody's feeding her lines through like
An earpiece.
I really think that.
She's grown on me
I
every
do.
season, but
Oh,
if you
she
told
had a
me-
couple moments.
you
I mean,
telling
it
me
was
you
good
think
to
she's a
see.
mess, I can't even disagree with you.
No,
But
she
she's
is.
grown on me.
However, it was nice to see her and Hopper at the end. The reuniting was great. So,
Yep.
they, and
And I like that she's tougher.
Yeah, she definitely is.
So is
Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's gotten more and more
She-
badass
she
throughout the
has.
season.
Yeah, I
saw-
really
I saw a
didn't
thing with,
care
like,
about her.
Holding a gun for each
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
she, you can see like it goes from like weak and timid to like now she's just a total
yeah,
badass. Like,
cocking the thing.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I need a gun. I need to saw the fucking end off. This
Yeah.
bitch."
Is this legal?
'Cause
I don't
wanna-
care.
she's like, no, I need a real gun. Get the thing out of my face.
What I grew to like about Winona Ryder is that of all of the characters, she's the most believable. That she would believe everything that's happening around
Yeah.
her. Like none of the other parents stick them in that scenario. They don't. She has to be this like weirdo fucking kind of like town joke,
Sure,
whatever mess. Like she's a mess. She plays it like a mess.
Yeah.
But she's the only one that could love those kids the way she does and believe them.
That is true.
Like
and the rest
everything
of
they
and
say.
the rest of the parents are 80s parents
They're
that
just
didn't give a shit.
fucking
Their
clueless.
kids,
Yeah.
their kids can be gone for days,
Yep.
which they are, and
Is
no
it-
one raises an eyebrow. No
Is
one.
it Mike and Nancy's parents?
Oh,
the
God.
fucking dad with the glasses there?
I love how
he doesn't
shitty
give a
Dustin
shit.
is to him.
80s
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, she was going to have an affair with Billy, but
Absolutely,
Billy,
yeah.
Billy,
Billy,
Oh, that's
Billy
right.
got
done went
possessed,
evil.
unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, otherwise they would have been banging.
well,
him.
then we got Billy
The ultimate
2.0
cock.
this season. The that fucking
Oh, yeah,
cocky
yeah, yeah.
bastard.
The
What was his
head of the
name?
basketball team?
Oh,
the
that
one
kid.
that
Yeah,
Lucas,
the one that
fights at the end.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Yes,
It
he
fits,
was.
though, and then it almost makes sense that
He
for
got
me
off
that
too
Eddie
easy.
has to die.
He did.
He got off too
Because
easy.
it was like he's either gonna die or he's gonna fucking die. So I'd rather see Eddie go out like that
Yeah.
than that guy get him or him go to jail and
Mm-hmm.
them never find
I know
a way
that's
to get
the
him
thing
out
too.
of
Is if he
jail.
had come
or-
back, he would have.
knows?
Like the town thinks of him the way that they think of him, so
Right.
he wouldn't have.
Yeah, but they're that makes for some cool stories.
But Hopper's back,
too.
so he could always, Hopper would probably step in and try to do something.
Well, so somebody I was talking to was like, "Well, Eddie died in the Upside Down world, so you never know." I mean, there's holding on to hope, but you don't know what the hell happens in the
Yeah.
Upside Down world.
Exactly.
If the
Yeah, but you know what?
popularity is strong enough,
No, because
they'll bring him back.
they won't.
No, they probably
because
won't.
look at season 1. What's her face was the
Because-
Barb.
Barb. Everybody.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
Barb.
nobody
I know.
liked Barbara.
yeah.
No one liked Barbara.
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
they did.
Oh, they didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
did.
did.
Not one person
Every-
I've talked to ever said, "Well, that was
Well, you
hot."
never talked to us,
Yeah.
did you?
I guess not.
America was
They're-
upset about Barb.
Yeah.
No one was upset about
America
Barbara
was
except
upset
you
about Barb.
three.
They wanted to know.
No, I was fine. She was friggin'
I mean, it was nice that
buzzkill.
it was nice that she had a cameo this year.
Yeah, as dead as she was. Still sitting at the bottom of the pool.
But that's why I'm pretty sure that Eddie. I mean, she died in the underworld.
Yeah, but
In the
again, no one
Yeah, but she was
wants
still,
her
like,
back.
throwing
And
up
people
slugs.
want Eddie back. We'll see. We're gonna see. There's a whole other season. We'll see what happens.
Barb and Eddie will come back hand in hand.
Oh man,
Look who I found.
love on the other side. Yeah,
She's still spitting up slugs.
Yeah.
Fucking slug. She is a slug.
she is. She's a fucking buzzkill. I don't want to do anything.
She's kind of a buzzkill.
Just a female will. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. I laughed when she died. She was my Artex. I was like, fucking Barbara, see ya.
This is, Mark was having flashbacks to Hereditary.
It was great. I'll get in trouble if I say any more about that. I get hearted at from some people because I've made fun of the girl from Hereditary and her death.
You get sharded
I
at?
got sharded at. I've had poo flung at me.
Stay out of the monkey cage, Mark.
Human?
I can't. Huh?
Human?
I don't even know anymore.
Human?
Human. Somebody had Mexican.
Human thrown at me. The thing, obviously, this season was very horror oriented, and
Yes.
I really dug that. It was very Nightmare on Elm Street, very
really
Stephen
was.
King's
It
it.
did.
When they go into the house,
Yeah.
and the bully follows them, it was like, holy shit, it's fucking it.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
In
I
the
mean,
end
we
of
even had
chapter
Robert
1.
Englund in this fucking episode,
Yeah. Oh, it
season
was
2.
great. Oh, God, it was great seeing him.
Yeah, that episode. That was a good episode.
That
too.
man knows how to entertain.
Yeah.
And
You
this,
know.
and this very, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. It kind of
Set
was,
up.
actually, yeah.
And you got a supervillain again.
Yeah.
It's not just a mindless
good one.
blob. It's
Yeah.
a great
That
supervillain.
kid, that kid is a really
Yes.
like, creepy.
Yeah.
He's a good villain.
Yes,
He is.
he's a great villain.
Yeah.
And there aren't
'Cause,
too many of them
like,
anymore.
as soon as they introduced him as one, I knew. I'm like, well, he was Henry, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
starts off as Henry
He's like
an
because
orderly.
he's like an
Henry.
orderly. Yeah, and like I knew him. This is a
Yeah.
bad guy. He's creepy.
So it was just cool. Like so many of these shows, the villains are usually this existential kind of thing or a force of nature or whatever. This thing was just a guy who just becomes a monster, or it was a mutant that becomes horrifying.
Yeah.
But it was a solid figure. It was a new monster design. You know, we don't have many monsters anymore,
No.
and it was awesome to finally.
They found a great
see
way to
one.
connect the real world monster to the underworld monster
That's
into
right.
one thing where they've always been kind of on the outskirts, and they brought Matthew Modine back, who plays a really great villain.
He does.
And a
With
really
that
dislikable
Exodora
person.
hairdo.
And you almost don't even need him. Like, he's not even as bad as what's really out there, as shitty as he is. And that mom-dad dynamic between him and Paul Reiser.
Speaking of which,
hilarious.
dude, Paul Reiser's comeback needs to be addressed.
Yeah,
seriously.
Between this and the boys,
Yep.
which he's
Oh, right.
hysterical
He's
in.
hilarious in that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Paul Reiser back. It really is.
The original Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, this
Never
is not
convinced
my
me otherwise.
locker.
Yeah, that's right. What was that line he had in the boys this past week?
Something about what
Homelander does for singing, what Pantyhose does for finger fucking.
Yeah.
Best line ever. I don't care. Mark wants that on his epitaph.
That's hilarious.
I do. That or I kill you. I don't want to be dead anymore. Don't you understand? Come on, man.
I'm all better now.
It's too bad he's dead. Wilford Brimley, bring him into Stranger Things. I'd like to see that. That would be fun.
He should.
I can tell by the silence I'm the only one. But,
That's Vecna. That's what he.
it's Vecna's dad.
That's like old Wilford Brimley.
And Vecna,
Give
you
him
want
a
to
few
go?
more
You
years.
got to break the kids and feed on their souls. It's the right thing to do.
After his mustache falls off. That's what he turns into.
He's got a mustache made of roots that just
Shows,
move.
That's when he starts to
no,
molt.
man.
Yeah.
He shows up on that horse with that sword or the crossbow he has in Hard Target. You know? Goddamn old Jones.
God.
No, Wilford.
No, it's just me, Wilford.
Just me. This is Wilford, man.
Just a bowl of.
But yeah,
But-
the dynamic between the two of them was really good.
Yeah.
Of Reiser and Modine.
Yeah.
And there's some
Great
redemption
actors.
for him, but he doesn't. Like, he kind of gets in. You're like,
Modine?
yeah, that's whack. He dies, so I was like, that's cool.
Well, no,
whatever,
because
but
even at like
he
the very
attempts-
end,
he loosens her collar, but it's like, I think she can take it off herself,
Yeah,
buddy. She
right.
doesn't
Oh, I
destroy
know.
the fucking helicopter. Thanks
Exactly.
for nothing, Dan.
she
Pop
did that
up.
without the thing on her.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering like what the point of it was. I was
Yeah.
like, is that supposed to inhibit her power? Because she just took down a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Does he not know
That
what
was
that
a
thing's
badass
supposed to
scene,
do?
too.
That was
But
awesome.
yeah, like even to the end though, like that even I mean that's not enough for me. Him popping the collar, like no pun intended. No pun intended. It is the '80s after all. But he like even right to the end. I think he was still like just he's full of shit.
Yeah.
He's just not ever going to be honest. Like he just couldn't tell the truth. It was one of those
Because
guys.
he has to be full of shit, Derek. Because he has to be. I don't know why. But
Well, then he died and he released it all because that's what I hear.
He's not really dead either. He's coming back too.
Hell
They're all
knows.
coming back except Barbara.
Is that Barb?
Jesus, he ate about like half a dozen bullets and was
I
still
know.
crawling around on the
That's
sand.
true.
That guy's
Yeah,
a tough
he
mother.
he did not want to go down.
Nope.
Luckily,
this
they
fuck
missed
already.
every major
Yeah,
organ,
exactly.
like Norberg and Naked Gun. I am in a world of shit, Joker. Oh, Full Metal Jacket there. Favorite part? Well, what's the part that stood out?
Oh, Jesus, has to be Eddie for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that whole thing where he's just shredding the guitar
Yeah.
in the underworld, that's probably one of the most metal things I've seen ever.
It's a cross between Eddie and Hopper with that sword. For
Yeah,
me, man.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a great part. And the thing with Eddie was interesting because that was the only thing that was in that initial trailer for the first volume that
Was him shredding?
was him on the thing, and I was like, oh, he's gonna save the day.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I thought based
Yeah.
on that trailer. He's going to save the day with the song because the
Yeah.
song kills Vecna.
Yeah.
And this dude's going to like shred the guitar
Yep.
and kill Vecna.
Oh, see now,
That's
if he
what
had
I-
just played that song,
Who knows
Right?
what that's right? That's so, and that's what you saw in the trailer. And I was like, oh, that scene wasn't in the first volume, so it's got to be in the second volume. They were really good. So even though they give you something in the trailer, you have no fucking idea the context whatsoever that it's going to be used in.
They were
It's
saying
not
that-
really. It's all it is a distraction.
People knew what song he was playing based on like his finger positions. Like,
Oh,
the people,
really?
Like they knew that he was playing
Sick
Metallica.
fucks.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's insane.
They knew he was doing Master
Yeah.
of Puppets.
Huh.
Like even back then with the trailer.
That's
really-
focus.
That is
Yeah, they
focus.
zoomed
That's
in on that
focus.
shit.
That
All I
is-
knew was that he played the guitar, and he didn't
Yeah.
play guitar in volume 1, so he had to be doing it in volume 2. And I assumed he was going to save the day. That's a great scene. Again, it's hard for me
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
guitar. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to my boy Lucas because he doesn't get enough love.
Okay.
No,
And he
Lucas
kicks the
that-
shit out of that.
No,
out
He
of
really
that
did.
dude.
Lucas finally did
I
something.
thoroughly enjoyed that,
Yeah.
and his scene with Max, where it was like both of them were just like,
shit, yeah.
you know, because Lucas for the most part is just like, you know, he can be angry.
Mm-hmm.
He can tell a stupid joke or be like the cornball or the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
But like they were really, both those kids were like going for it in that scene, where she's just like, I'm not ready to die.
Yeah.
And then he's like freaking out. I was freaking out. I was
He improvised that
Really?
when he calls out for Erica, Erica help.
Oh,
He
yeah,
improvised
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way. It fits though too. And that's the thing, like they're so broken up that they don't come together until it's all done.
Right.
This is the first time that they haven't all come together
Yeah.
To fight
like
the big bad.
finish it.
For the fight. Yeah.
Like, oh, we have a plan. Okay,
But
we're
they
all
are-
going to get together. Even though they've split up, they've all come together with the plan.
Yeah.
Like these dudes are in Russia doing whatever they're doing. Maybe this is going to help.
We're gonna hit him from this angle. and
Right.
You're gonna hit him from
Elle
this
is
angle.
wherever
Yeah.
Elle is, and
Yeah.
she's trying to get there from
Nancy
another part of the
and
world.
Steve and
Right.
yeah, they're
And Robin.
Yeah, and Robin they are in.
Will
you know,
and Jonathan, who is like
physical
damn
world.
near unnecessary this season, they're all. He's just riding shotgun, I guess, for
Yeah.
this whole season.
Yeah.
Argyle's doing more than he is.
That's true.
Argyle was doing
Kinda.
more.
That's
true.
That's the only.
Yeah.
That's what Jonathan brought to the table. He brought
Yep.
Argyle and all of his marijuana.
I did like. I liked Nancy and Robin's dynamic this season.
Oh,
did too.
hilarious!
With like when they
So
were
good.
trying to infiltrate the
So funny.
get the information from the college professor and
Yeah, I liked Robin in the last season. I really liked her in this season. I thought she was even better this time around.
I agree.
And and
She-
they, you
she
were
was
right. Yeah,
funny.
they
She-
were
she
all
was more like
together,
comic
even though
relief
they
in season
even though
3,
they were
but
apart.
she really-
They were all
really had a
still
part to play.
operating.
Like
together.
last season,
Yeah, that was
they
cool.
end up in the mall together.
Yep.
They decide the plan.
Yep.
They separate. They execute the plan. They come together, and that's kind of how it's been every season, unless they're all actually together. The season with Will, they create the plan. They take Will away. We're gonna do this here. They've devised this plan. This is just like everyone's just kind of feeling it out for themselves, and they don't all come back together till the end. Like no one knows what happened to Max.
yeah.
Like people are finding out what happened to Max after it's happened.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Because you didn't know.
Right, because
don't
Will
know.
and those guys
Yep.
come back and
No.
they finally see.
Yep. What actually happened?
And there's also a great scene when Dustin goes back for Eddie, and I don't know, I guess he breaks his leg or whatever, but that was a really great lead up just into that whole Eddie scene.
Yeah.
That was really really fantastic.
That was another improv.
When Eddie tells him
when
he-
Eddie
told him
tells
he-
him he loves him.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Oh, it was so good.
Yep.
I knew it was coming
Yeah.
too.
No, there was a
but
lot of
I-
heartbreaking moments this season.
Who did you not want to go?
Max was
Max
my
was
big
one of mine.
Max and Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, Steve, Dusty,
I
me,
really-
Eddie, and
It's weird because
There was one other.
Hopper has died technically.
Oh, Robin.
but
Sorry.
he didn't. But I wasn't like crushed when I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Even for that 30 seconds when then they're like, not the American. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, Hopper's not dead.
Yeah.
I was still like, oh, fuck, they killed Hopper. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, at least Steve's still around.
No, I agree. It really was. It was like Steve or Max. Like,
Yeah.
you just don't
Don't
that
fuck
to
with
me.
them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they did.
it's amazing how fun Steve's
Yeah,
story arc has come. Remember, he was like supposed to be this douche, or he wasn't.
He was a douche.
He was supposed to
He was
die
a
in season
douche.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene where he comes back at the end to help Jonathan and Nancy was supposed to be Lonnie, the dad. And they were like, this character blows, but Steve's pretty cool. What if we give him a
See what I mean?
redemption arc? And
Eddie's
that,
like,
like,
Eddie
he
will
was-
come back. It's not that. It's
we
not
could have been
that hard
talking
to
about
write.
our favorite. Steve was our favorite guy who died in season 1.
Yeah.
They kept bringing him back.
Or Lonnie was our favorite.
Or Lonnie, yeah, right. Who's our
don't
favorite
kill Lonnie.
one season character? Lonnie. Fucking deadbeat Lonnie. Yeah, it's true. I'm a Steve. You know, I'm a Lucas fan. I feel like
I
he's,
like Lucas too.
I feel like he's
Yeah.
a little bit underrated in the sense that like when it comes to big moments, even though he's not effective, he's willing to be part of them.
Right.
Right, like
So-
he's the one that shoots in the season 1. He's the one that shoots the Demogorgon with
That's
the
right.
slingshot. In season 2, I like how everybody forgot that Billy hated black people.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to kill Lucas, and
Yeah.
it wasn't because
Yeah,
he, was,
no.
he was dating his stepsister who he couldn't stand. But even then, when Steve gets his ass kicked in that scene, Lucas knees Billy in the nuts.
Yep.
Like he comes up with the fireworks idea in season 3. Like of the group, he seems to be the most willing to mix it up,
Yeah.
which I always appreciated.
Before this season, I wouldn't have cared, but after seeing what he did in this season, not only do I agree with you, but I'm glad he didn't die. He really, his character, that performance, it was incredible.
Like for next season, I'll be upset if he,
right,
like he's added to the list now.
I feel like this is one of these things again. The Duffers know. Like, he didn't have parents, so not only did they give him parents, they gave him a stupid sister. I can't stand that chick.
No?
But
you don't like her?
Like, she makes me laugh sometimes.
All right, so wait, did I miss something? What? She was getting her arm twisted by one of the bullies. How is she saved from... Does she save herself? I forget.
She saves herself. She knocks that dude out.
She knocks him out. All right, I thought
she, kicks him in the balls or something.
That's what it was.
I thought they hear the gunshot. And
he's
he,
distracted.
He gets distracted.
Yeah,
he gets distracted, and then she,
Yeah.
She does whatever she does. I do really like... So, I don't like that Lucas hits that three-pointer because all they needed was 2 points to win the game.
You said
that was a showboat. That was unnecessary. That was a showboat. But that scene is fantastic with her, and she says... And he's kind of like testing her out. She's like, me and Dustin, we bled together. Like, we've been through something you'll never know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for him. Yeah, I'm part of the team. I know how to do all this shit. Like, I love Dungeons and Dragons now.
Yeah.
And he's part of the reason why. So I appreciate that as much as she is, like, real shitty to them, Lucas especially, she knows what's going on, and she is, like, always willing to be involved. Go to that house. Like, she's the youngest. She goes to the house. I would never.
Yeah.
I'm 40. No way. No way. If that was part of my task, nope. I'm not going in that house.
Send me to Russia.
No,
send me to Russia.
You guys go and
you
get the shotguns and you're going to go and we're going to walk into this house. No, I don't have it in me. Nope. I'd be standing outside crying.
Smoking
cigarettes.
You guys go ahead. I'll let you know if you
how's it going in there?
Calling the cops.
You're doing the Shaggy and Scooby approach. I'll wait out here in case he comes outside.
That'd be Chunk is even more amazing. Like the creatures that you multiply when you pour water on them. Like me talking to the cops.
About the time Michael Jackson stopped by to use your bathroom.
But it was even more amazing than the time you ate your own weight in Godfather's pizza.
You'll be Horace. You'll go join math club. We could be the math squad. What's your favorite part, Derek? What stood out for you? If you had to sing with them.
God, because there were a lot.
There's a lot of great moments, but something that
I think the moment not from this part, from the first volume, when Hopper and the rest of the prisoners are they release the what is it called?
Demogorgon.
Yeah. I agree. It took forever for it to come out, but once it did, that scene was really cool. Watching that thing just tear through everybody.
Well, at least the payoff was good.
Yeah,
nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many good ones, and honestly, there are not too many scenes that I've watched on TV shows that gripped me as much as the Max and Lucas scenes.
Yeah,
like that whole. With the bully and is what's going to happen, and just not knowing, the fact that I liked that character and I did not expect that to happen. She's in there and that she's a target, but I didn't really think.
And as tough as she plays it, when she has that moment of saying, I'm not ready, then I'm thinking she's had this entire time to think about the fact that she could die.
Yeah.
And she's 14 years old. And she knows she absolutely does not want to.
Well, and that's and just her arc, the whole storyline with her this season. I loved how all of the people that were being killed by Vecna, they were all people who had issues going on. They had something going on in the back of their heads, and he targeted them for it. And her whole thing with feeling guilt for about Billy.
About Billy, yeah.
What a piece of shit he was anyway. And she has guilt about it.
Yeah, they crushed her.
Yeah.
And she stuck him in the neck with a fucking needle to put him out, and even him down was just too much.
Watching her go through that, I just, that tugged my heartstrings. And then, just the way that it culminated was just perfect.
I'm still waiting for Chrissy to wake up.
You know what I mean?
Chrissy, wake up! That is the best fucking song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! There's a 3-minute version of that song.
I hope not.
It's out there. It's
No,
3 minutes
we don't
long.
need to. We don't need to.
Go watch it.
Huh?
That
Not
song
until
is-
you watch
Have you
Alligator
seen
too.
Chrissy,
Yeah.
my God. Oh my God, it's so catchy.
Mark shaking his head, and he's the guy that introduced us to Damn.
That's right. That's right. Because that was good.
Eddie will live on forever
and you're all
because of
singing
that.
it.
What is this?
You haven't seen it?
Chris- No.
It's
like a
It's when he's trying to wake Chrissy
songified-
up. They songified the scene where
When
Chrissy
Chrissy
dies, and
di-
he's trying to in the trailer, and he's
Yes.
saying it. Chrissy, wake up! Chrissy,
And it
Chrissy,
ends,
wake up!
I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. And then she dies. It's awesome. It's like an alarm clock. You have to see it. It's songified. They songified Eddie. It's
no
awesome.
song. It's no songify the room. It's no cheap.
that one,
No.
It's very good though. It's
so
very catchy.
It is. They're all
The way it
catchy.
ends, I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. And then she dies. It's just him shaking her. It's so good.
Did you see the Tom Brady one they did with the
No.
balls? Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, I saw
I don't
that
want to go
one.
too off the
Yeah,
road.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
show it to you. We'll watch it after
saw
we're
that.
done. To me, these balls are perfect.
Oh, I have seen
Oh, you
that.
have? Oh,
I
it's
have
great.
seen that one.
Those
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are right.
What about you,
Oh,
Brian?
It's
What
in
was
my
your,
head now. Chrissy.
Sorry.
It's the part where they killed Will.
Ooh, if only.
Bastard.
Oh, God,
Poor
just,
guy.
no, poor guy. Nothing. He annoyed me. I know. I understand.
He is annoying, but
Just get over it. Stop whining. There's bigger issues at hand than no one's paying attention. No one wants to play Dungeons and Dragons. You just realize there's a
Yeah.
whole upside down
That's
world.
not why
I
he's
think
with
he
demons.
That's the problem is he
did anybody
knows that
start
that's
to get-
there, so in the
All right.
downtime he really wants to play games.
Did anybody start to get a real cringy feeling when he started unrolling the painting in the back of the van?
I was
like,
wondering, I was
is
really
this going to be
curious
like
what it was going to be.
like-
Yeah.
like him and Mike in an embrace? Like,
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think about that, but I do now. Thank you.
Well,
Like
and
those
that-
pictures they did of like Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy.
It's Will's erotic art.
and
They have horse bodies.
It's a two-headed
They're just
centaur.
centaurs. Yeah, right.
They're galloping through a field. Da, 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 da.
that did kind of confuse me like throughout the season where
Confused
like,
Will, too.
So no, because I know obviously he's gay.
Yep.
But like I wasn't sure if he was upset because like it's back then and people weren't as accepting, so he was worried about coming out to everybody, or if he was in love with his best friend,
Yeah.
who is clearly in a relationship and
With 11.
yeah. Like there's moments where he's he's still it's not like he treats 11 badly.
No.
He doesn't look at her in a negative way,
No.
which you would think that a jealous person would. So I don't know
What's he
if
gonna do? He's not gonna threaten her.
but as much as I don't like what's his face, Jonathan, I did like that scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, going over. Yeah, while they were doing the
like
salt
obviously
You can tell something's going
like
on.
he
yeah.
and I think he knew. I think he knows, and he knows exactly what he wants to say. And I think the way that he said the perfect, what he said to his brother was perfect. And I really
It was
I did like that.
it was a very touching scene. Unfortunately, at that point, I did not care about either of them because they seriously
true. No,
they
that's
were
true.
about ready to face off
Yeah.
against Vecna. I'm like, no, we don't have time for this bonding now.
Yeah.
Get over yourselves. You're about to fight a demon. You have bigger things to think about right now.
They don't know what.
Well,
they're
whatever
doing.
the hell
they don't
he
know
is,
anything
he
about
isn't
Vecna.
human.
They don't know anything.
Yeah.
No.
All they know is that they need L.
I
do.
know
Right, so
that
they
they
get L,
need
and then
to.
it's
They
like
need to stay focused.
L's trying to figure out what they're doing,
Okay,
and then it's
is
like,
what
no,
they
you're
need to
right.
do.
But
Did you guys see
you hate feelings. I get it.
I hate I don't need feelings. There was a whole volume, like you said, there was a whole volume 1
So many
for
feelings.
talking feelings.
You're right.
Understandable.
You're right. A lot
You're
of-
about
that's
to
true.
do a showdown. I don't need another. There's no more bonding scenes. We're done.
We
Everybody's
don't
bonded.
need another.
Exactly. We don't need another.
You're
We
right.
don't need no education. Bonding brothers.
What were you gonna
Going
say,
back to
Brian?
Will, did you guys see that even the Duffer Brothers forgot his birthday?
Oh,
See?
no.
Did you see that?
I
Did
remember
you guys read
seeing stuff
So,
that like his birthday had happened.
Well,
on the show, whatever the date is his birthday because they mentioned
right.
it
Well,
earlier on in the
they
series.
in like season 1 or 2. I
They
think
had a
season
cake
2.
farm or something.
His mom is telling me like you were born on such and such a date, and you're perfect to me. Forget about what happened in the upside down. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And then that date shows up on the security camera footage when he's being ignored by everybody at the roller rink. So they're like, this is the worst birthday ever.
Wow.
Everybody forgot Will's fucking birthday. And even the Duffer Brothers were like, even we forgot his birthday. He's like, they're like, we do not have anybody that keeps track of this continuity stuff, and it just like slipped by us. So I think what they did was they went back and they edited the footage so it's not taking place on his birthday.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, because I had everything I saw online was like, oh, they forgot Will's birthday.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the actor.
No.
No.
In the story,
forgot his
in the
birthday.
story,
Like,
Will,
yeah,
like the scene where they're at the roller rink
Yeah.
and all that shit happens with 11, and Will is being ignored for the most part.
Yeah.
It takes place on his birthday, supposedly, because Winona Ryder tells him, like in a previous season, that you were born on such and such a date, and then the security camera footage is that fucking day.
Yeah, it's like November 12th or whatever, and then that day is the day that they're at the roller rink.
That is hilarious.
And
The
'cause
writers forgot.
Yeah.
He's totally the Millhouse of this.
He really is.
show.
They should totally.
Everything's
totally
coming
kept
up
it in.
Will.
So season 5 is basically
House.
season 5 is basically just going to be a giant birthday party for Will.
It's gotta be.
There's going to be no Vector. There's going to be no one's
be
gonna
birthday cake in the
it's just
upside
gonna be a
down.
giant
It's a pineapple upside down
7-episode
cake.
birthday party
Just
for Will.
feelings.
Yeah, just
everywhere.
all feelings.
All feelings, Mark.
Fuck that.
Just feeling after feeling. It's gonna suck you in. You wait.
You know what's
And they're all gonna-
You know what's horrible too? I tell you, watching this with Emily, and when that part came up with the brother bonding thing, and he's making the face, looking at Mike and 11 eating pizza. Both Emily and I at the same time go, "Oh, shut up!" It's like that. I'm not a good role model.
Apparently not. Damn.
Nobody got time for feelings over there.
No, she doesn't like Barbara either, and I didn't put that on her at all.
Because she throws up slugs. That's why.
Who,
That's why.
Emily?
No.
How did you
Barbara.
know? Oh, all
I
right.
don't know what Emily does with her slug collection.
Well, there was that pea soup time, but
Poor Barb.
Yeah, no, poor Barb, nothing. Buzzkill Barb. That's what I call her.
I hear in season 5 all the characters are going to be riding on horses. I know how much I like those. There'll be feelings on horses.
Dogs running all over the place. Demo dogs and horses.
They moved to a
Butterflies.
dude ranch. And then,
Well, you don't like butterflies either?
Oh, I like butterflies.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
picturing butterflies in a field with horses, and Barbara's on a horse, and Will's on a horse, and basically everybody I hate on this show is going to be on a horse. Will's going to have a birthday cake. I better. You know?
All the horses have Barb's head.
better than Will's and Mike's.
I mean, Mike's. Who am I? Like, I'm to judge. I'm a hideous fucking chud. Who am I to judge someone's appearance? But, you know, he's pretty awkward looking. That would be weird.
Oh, no, I was talking about the poster. I was bringing it back into the poster conversation.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
I'd rather see Barb's head on a horse than, two horses doing it with the faces of
the
Will
painting?
and Mike.
The painting?
Oh, the painting.
The painting. Yeah. The one that he revealed.
Yeah.
With the dragon and the...
Just
You're our leader.
Mike's the leader.
So you're our leader.
Which he
Why
is.
do
He sucks.
birds
You're the heart of our group.
I hate Mike.
You're the heart.
Yeah, I don't like Mike.
You don't like Mike?
She does nothing for me.
can't stand
You know, the problem is, here it is. The show started out with, okay, Mike, well, these guys are together. They're all cool. But they brought in so many cooler characters.
It's true.
People like Mike and Will just got overshadowed. I mean, everybody, there were just better characters with better arcs and better...
Yeah.
I gotta
more
kinda agree
appeal
with you
to
there.
their story.
I've
Yeah.
hated Will this whole time. I'm sorry, Mike. I haven't disliked Will, but Mike, I've
See, I'm
hated
the
since
opposite.
the very
See, I'm the
beginning.
other
Season
way
one of
around.
Mike I liked because he was still a little kid. He had just come, or then he went on to play Richie Tozer in It Chapter 1. I thought it was great.
Oh, he's
in that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So then he comes
Ghostbuster,
back
yeah.
to
My daughter
yeah.
and I just rewatched that. She
Yeah.
loves It Part 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
12 years old and she loves
too.
It Part
Yeah,
1.
yeah. Did you show her part 2?
Not yet.
Yeah, don't punish
Yeah,
her.
no.
No, stick with Chapter
Yeah,
1.
she likes the one with the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
show her
Oh,
alligator
chapter-
instead.
Chapter 1 is the greatest. Alligator's awesome.
Show
Alligator.
Show her alligator. Yeah,
Alligator.
show her that
Didn't
one.
sneak by him.
Skip it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice try. You only have to say the word alligator.
We'll fix it in post.
You can't fix alligator in post. That came out in
tried.
1980.
It's going to edit in all alligator sounds.
Like in a McClunky the alligator.
Every time Mark speaks, it's going to be an alligator chomping on something.
Well, can we have that? That'd be awesome. Soon enough. You'll like that movie soon enough, Tito. Don't worry.
You like
So,
Mike in the
only a matter of time.
in season 1.
Season 1, he was all right.
Yeah, I
season
liked him in
2,
season 1.
But the older you got, the more annoying he was. And not only that, it was not even him. It was just I didn't care about him because there were too many other cool people to care about more.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
And that's probably why. And Will,
I see. I didn't like Will from the start.
enough with the whining.
He's not even in like
Of all the
He's barely
kids,
in
of all the
season
kids, of all the kids in season 1 that
when he got kidnapped, you're like, thank God.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Monster
Well, I
Mash.
didn't know enough about him.
Well, the first episode is called "The Disappearance of Will Byers," and then he's gone until the final
It was
episode.
the Laura Palmer moment.
that's probably why
Yeah,
season 1's one of my.
He's dead, wrapped in plastic. Yeah, no, mine
Right?
too. Totally.
He has some great moments. Is it season 2 where he's possessed? 'Cause
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
got some
Yeah.
cool
All
right,
moments.
when
Still got,
he-
like, the
when he's
residual
evil,
effects of
'cause,
the
where he's
you know,
playing
yeah.
at them. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's doing something other than moping, and he's good.
Oh, why you do this to me, David?
Yeah. Mikey, why you do this
Don't
to
talk.
me,
Don't talk
Mikey?
that way. It would creep me out.
Oh,
I
don't
won't
creep
sleep
out Brian.
tonight.
It's not nice.
Brian
Brian's
out.
the heart. You're the heart of the show.
You're the leader.
You're the heart.
You're not gonna draw me like one of your French girls. Are you?
Too late. I already did. I drew you on a horse. Your head on a horse. So,
You're not wearing pants, but you're wearing a
Yeah,
shirt
yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason. A shirt with the horse on it.
and just to piss him off,
It's very meta.
Tito's head's on the body of an alligator.
That's
just to fuck
it.
with him.
That's me.
Derek, I got nothing for you yet. Sorry.
Good. I'm in the clear. Flying under the radar. I'm just.
I survived. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Should
Good
we
talk.
all-
Yeah.
5 will be good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I can't wait for Eddie to come back. I'm holding on to hope.
You know what?
I'm holding on to hope.
As he ain't throwing up slugs, is all I'm saying.
He isn't.
He could, you know.
He probably won't.
We didn't see his body.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Well, we saw his body.
Yes, we did.
Did he?
Yeah.
We saw his.
Yeah.
We saw him.
Yeah,
back
We saw him go still.
Oh,
Yeah,
they bring
'cause
him back.
Dustin-
They bring him back over.
Yeah.
Oh, they bring
No,
him back over.
no.
They didn't bring him back over.
Then we don't know.
No,
where
he's
Yeah.
still on the other side. He's
still on
the other
dead
side.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be
the
coming back.
He's
pretty soon.
Demobat food.
Yeah,
Could
exactly.
be.
Because they're still over there. They're just.
That's a great scene. That's a great scene too with Dustin and his uncle. That's a very
Oh
good
yeah,
scene.
yeah,
yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
a good
Where
scene.
he talks about
that's
Eddie, how
true.
awesome
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
That's a good scene too.
Yeah, they're all over there helping people out, and then it ends, and they cross a field, and there's all these ashes, like Silent Hill
He
coming.
gave his
down.
life to
Oh,
save a
yeah,
town
yeah,
that didn't even
And
like him.
it's
Yeah.
slowly,
Yeah.
slowly coming up. So you see that
It's coming for him.
they've only got so much time.
I would have loved
Yeah,
to have seen
fights-
them all looking up at
listen,
the sky
Steve
and
needs a
hearing
new
the
lady.
echo of Steve playing.
Or Eddie.
Eddie playing "Fade to
Steve.
Black"
Oh.
by Metallica, and it was all echoey. He's put that's one.
Oh,
That's
well,
one.
I think one would have.
But one would have been better. Good call.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that up in heaven.
We're gonna have to pay these fucks a lot of money if you guys
Right?
keep it up.
I know.
I'm not chipping in for that.
Listen,
Lars
no.
Ulrich is not
Look,
getting a
have you-
fucking dime from me.
We
All
can
right?
totally take Lars. No. We can take Lars.
matter of fact,
Ulrich.
ever.
We can
Tito
take
just
Lars
opened up
in
his
a
phone
fight.
and downloaded Napster.
We can take Lars in a fight. Have you seen him lately?
No, I believe we can.
James Hetfield,
we
no,
can't
he
take
can
his
still kick our ass.
lawyers in a court battle.
We sure can.
And they start sending
Look at all the
letters.
weapons
we're
we
not-
got
and
down
we're
here.
not-
Cease and
We got
desist.
lightsabers.
We're not the Duffer Brothers.
shields.
They'll come for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to
Cease
get
and
any
desist.
kind-hearted tweets from them.
Like, oh,
Cease
we're
and
so
desist
happy
humming
to
our
have
songs on
been
your
sung by the
podcast.
three geeky dads.
We're three geeky dads. We're epic. We're so epic we don't even count correctly.
My
That's
mom
how
thinks
edgy
I'm
we are.
cool.
Yeah,
Epic fail.
we're epic. Again, all 5 of our listeners love us.
It's true.
Yeah,
We love you.
we're edgy. We're hip, and we're happening.
I'm hip. I'm cool.
Thank you, Derek. We're a boss. We're a boss. Are we the bomb? Da bomb? Do kids still say the bomb?
I don't know, Mark. You have kids.
No,
I don't-
no.
what do they
I,
say?
My kids don't talk. They puke
not
out
my real
slugs.
father.
I've told you before. They say fire.
They say fire.
We are fire.
Fire.
We're fire.
Oh, this podcast is so fire.
Slay. I know.
But when they're talking about us, they put the word
That's some-
dumpster in
slay
front
is
of it.
something that
Slay.
middle-aged women say.
That's not really.
Slay?
That's not true. My kids say slay.
They need to stop hanging out with middle-aged women.
Yeah.
You're talking
When
about
they say
my wife.
slay, they're talking about Santa.
No, remember, not slays. It slaps.
It slaps now?
Slaps.
Oh, that's
Slaps.
right, yeah.
That's
A
much
slay,
less
a woman
ridiculous.
would slay.
Slaps and fire are the
woman
two
would
new
slay.
No, I have heard
slang
it.
that I know.
I have heard
slay- I
it used,
slay.
Dad, that is so slay. I've heard that.
No.
Whoa,
No.
Yeah.
that's a new one to
I'm
me.
going to
Who
call
said
her.
that?
I'm going to call my
Are
daughter.
they still saying totes my goats?
I still say toast my goats.
They're saying groovy? You know I invented totes? I swear to God I did.
Like the bag?
No, just totes.
They
not
still say
bad.
the bee's knees.
They should.
Yeah,
They should
they
bring
do.
that back.
This podcast
Cat's
is the bee's
meow. They
knees.
still say the
Derek-
cat's
Cat's
meow.
meow.
Derek is the dog's bollocks.
Nothing beats totally tubular. Mm-hmm. In my eyes, you are all totally tubular.
Now you're sounding like Argyle.
I like gnarly.
Argyle's okay. I'm kind of indifferent to Argyle. I don't
Get
care.
that beautiful long hair.
Yeah. All right, so That's enough of that. Let's move on. What's
Let's
making our
making
geek
our
flag
geek
fly?
flag fly.
Who wants to rock this? You want to start this?
Sure, I'll
Go.
start it.
Do kids say rock this? Okay.
I don't know. They do now.
We're influencers.
Kids in their 40s? Yes.
That's from a movie.
Kids in their 40s still say rock. Say rock.
I don't. I just did I though, Tito? Or was it all in your head?
You did.
Okay.
I can only wish.
What's making you fly, babe?
So on Apple TV, they've got a show called For All Mankind, which is in its third season. It just started a few weeks ago. It's really good. I don't know if I've talked about this one before, and it's an alternate history of the space race. But the Russians get to the moon first.
Oh, man,
but then the space race just doesn't end, and it just keeps going.
Huh.
And each country tries to outdo each other.
Yeah.
And it stars Joel, is it Kinnaman?
Kinnaman.
Yep. Who is Rick Flag?
Rick Flag from
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and it's really good. And I just like it. It's done by Ronald D. Moore, who used to write for Star Trek The Next Generation. He spearheaded the Battlestar Galactica remake in the early 2000s, and now he's doing this show, and I like it a lot.
Cool.
And I think if you guys have Apple TV, you should check it out too.
All right.
I'll do for now. I think it's one of the ones I'm going to cut out, though.
Did you get it like free for a year when you got like a new device or something? Because that's what a lot of people.
I ended up. I wanted to watch Ted Lasso. I think that's
okay.
What it was.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I never got around to it.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's a good show.
I do want to see that.
I think they're only doing one more season. They said, right?
Yeah.
What? Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
I do. I like Jason Sudeikis.
I do too.
I know some people don't. But
I
think
didn't.
he's
And
funny.
I didn't until I
really.
I didn't until
Ever
I
since
watched
Horrible
the show.
Bosses.
Oh, he's
We're
great
the
in
Millers.
Horrible. Yep.
I think he's a funny
Both of
guy.
those movies are funny as hell.
I don't hate him. I don't love him. But.
He's just there.
Never
heard
Season
of it.
3 of Umbrella Academy. I wore a breeze through it this past week, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was a really great season. And it was
I still
over
have to
too
watch
soon.
the final 2 episodes of that.
It ends really, really cool. I really liked how they were able to figure out the whole Elliot Page stuff and make it fit in the story without it being like especially forced.
Yeah.
But still like give the actor the recognition
for,
or the attention that it deserved. But yeah, just a lot of fun, and these guys like they can't take any breaks. Like they have to save the world. Every season is the end of the world.
Yeah, literally this season
is the end of the world.
Yeah.
Every season, there's no breaks, but they find time in between to like
have fun,
make you laugh, or do something really stupid.
Yeah.
And the way they kicked it off,
Klaus and number 5, I think, carried that show.
Fantastic.
The two of them are the best.
They're the breakouts for me.
Best actors on the show.
I want that kid to be Damian Wayne so bad.
Oh, he would be awesome.
Yeah,
he would be an awesome Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Damian Wayne's such a prick. But yeah, that character would. Sorry. He would make a
when
great.
your dad's Ra's al Ghul, it's gonna happen.
A granddaddy.
Or Roz.
Yeah.
Roz. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but he's great, and I don't know how old he is now, but he still plays young, old very well. I imagine he's like
it's been a long day,
18, 19.
He's 19.
Is he?
He was on that show Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn.
Oh,
that was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. Where he's like
and my
kid.
buddy Paul, he's like, oh my god, did he finally grow into his head? Because he's like, when his daughter was watching it as a little girl.
Not really though.
Not really. But kind of.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it used to be because he's like, that kid has a huge noggin.
He cried himself asleep tonight on his huge pillow.
And just the opening of the season 3, was so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't wait to see where this goes.
Off.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
I was like, I can't wait to see where this is going to go. But
yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Great you watching it, Mark?
No, I fell off of it. I'm going to jump back on it eventually.
Check it
I've
out.
heard a lot of good
season
things.
Season 3 was really fun. If you want to see they're using their powers
like every week,
all season.
Mm-hmm.
They never stop using their powers, which is great.
Well, that's good.
And they're just idiots. And fun. And
and it's cool that they have adversaries that are also idiots and kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Just more organized.
They are a little bit.
Organized, yeah. So I think the show's really well done. So
agreed.
There's that.
Cool. I saw Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
How is it?
Over the weekend, and if you're a Beavis and Butthead fan, it's awesome.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're not gonna like it.
That's a Paramount
Plus.
Paramount original. Yeah, it's streaming right now on Paramount. I really like Beavis and Butthead Do America. I had just watched Stranger Things season 4, and it was exhausting with so much emotion. The next night, I'm like, nope, I'm shutting my brain off. And it was just the perfect night to watch a Beavis and Butthead movie. It's got time travel in it. It's got super smart Beavis and Butthead, which is a riot. Mike Judge still has it, man. Yeah. And it's not as good as Beavis and Butthead Do America, but it's still enjoyable to watch. So if you're a fan of the show, you're a fan of the movie, I think you're going to be a fan of this one.
It was one of those things always preferred King of the Hill and Daria to Beavis and Butthead.
Daria, King of the Hill, I can see. Daria too. I mean, I like them
loved
both.
Daria,
Yeah.
and I didn't think Daria was especially funny growing up. I really liked the animation, and I just always really enjoyed watching.
Yeah,
King of the Hill, I think is just like an all-time animated series.
Kind of hoping there was going to be a cameo of Daria or something, because the whole thing is it's in the 90s they end up stumbling upon NASA and space camp, and then they get sucked through a wormhole and they come out in 2020. So the world's changed and they haven't, that kind of thing, which they could have kind of done a little bit more of in terms of like meta, in terms of that. They do a little bit of it, but the animation's awesome, and I was just a fan of that show when it came out, because I was just at the right age and it came out at the right time for me. I think you just had to be in that moment to appreciate, like, there was no South Park then. There was nothing. There was no Family Guy. Simpsons were still in their prime, but that was about it.
It has some like Mystery Science Theater elements to it, just with, like
the
music
video.
videos.
They used to like goof on the videos they were
just
watching.
kind of making fun, but
I just Stewart with the winger shirt, the teacher with the shakes, the principal with the shakes, and the hippie teacher. I mean, it's just so much of that was just, I don't know. If you were going to BR, if you were going to my high school at that time and you were a freshman, it was just perfect.
Well, it was like generation defining, because like everybody, I was in like middle school, but it was like, give me TP for my bunghole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
You heard every single place you went.
Bonholio.
Yeah, right. Everybody did it all the fucking time.
Spoiler, that does come back, by the way. And it's great. It's awesome. It's so cool. Check it out.
Where I come from, we have no TP.
I am the almighty Cornelio. God, in Do America, Sarah and I were still cracking up at that. We're just back in high school again. We're like, it's like the dumbest shit. But I just fucking love that stuff. I haven't outgrown it, I guess, or whatever.
They're all on Paramount right now.
Yeah. And I went back and watched the show.
Because they put the TV show back on there too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And the first few episodes are so bad because,
the
like
animation
any
was
show when you're
horrible,
starting out, they don't sound exactly like they do now.
Yeah, it's like the earlier Simpsons where Homer was like,
or even the early Family Guy.
When Homer was the smart
so rough.
one. Yeah. Yeah, when Homer was the smart one and wanted to better his family.
Come here, boy.
Do I smell cookies? Where's the cookies? Derek?
Keeping in the vein of the 80s, the nostalgia of the 80s that we're feeling from Stranger Things. I finally saw a documentary that I've wanted to see for a few years now, The Rise of the Synths. It is a documentary about synthwave, which is it's a music style
that 80s Britpop kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's all synthesizer music that like. It's not from the 80s, but it definitely brings you back to the 80s just the way that it sounds. So it was a really good documentary. It's got like a fun little like kind of story as John Carpenter is narrating. John Carpenter, who is like,
well, there you go,
one of the godfathers of that sound, that synthesizer sound, mainly because and it's they interview a bunch of these people, a lot, like most of these musicians, they create the stuff and they kind of like stay in the shadows. They don't look for much publicity or anything like that. Rise of the Synths,
and it's streaming on what?
It just dropped digitally. You can rent it and stuff. It's not streaming on
so you can get it through like Amazon for like
you guys.
I know,
you
but
guys have it on my.
For those of us who don't have access to Derek's Voodoo account.
We love the voodoo that you do, Derek.
It is on Prime. You can
you
can watch it on Prime.
But it's really good. It's worth it. It's they talk about the history of it, and it's I personally love that style of music. I'm a wicked nostalgic person, and I love the 80s, and I love it a lot because of this music.
Well, if ever there was a decade that embraced the synth pop sound, it was the 80s.
I have a whole playlist of modern 80s, like, it's for people who don't know what it is or what it sounds like. Think of The Weeknd. The Weeknd has a very 80s feel.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Save Your Tears,
tons of synth.
Synthesizer.
And that stuff is, because of Stranger Things, that kind of stuff, that sound is coming back. I'm noticing it in a lot more horror films that are dropping. We've kind of gone back to it.
They mention it too. They do talk about it in the documentary about how Stranger Things kind of revamped their sound in that show, just the score. So yeah,
because the Stranger Things theme is very Carpenter-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's
repeating, like a repeating theme,
and it's all done on synthesizer.
Yeah, but even a lot of the music just all around in there, and which is not a song by an artist.
No.
You know, all the background.
Yeah.
You really feel like you're
Yep.
watching this movie in your friend's basement, and you just got done watching Predator for the 19th time.
Yeah.
It just has that great feel to it.
It does. It's a really good nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. My father-in-law was over not too long ago, and you know, he was a kid in the 50s, and he talks about, you know, anything with the 50s, going back to the 50s. That's what he loves. I'm starting to realize the 80s. You know, that's our 50s. You know, a glorified time. A lot of problems just glossed over by a lot of cool things.
Oh yeah.
The 50s and 80s, they're just so in tune with one another, so much. They have so much in common. You know, both idolized times, and so I finally get that. I totally get why my father-in-law can watch American Graffiti every
And that's
single
why
day.
Back to the Future works so well, because it incorporated both of those
Both of them,
times.
exactly.
That's true.
And then part 2 managed to incorporate 2020
it
before.
did. And then we went back 100 years.
You know. That's a great team. That's, you know, Doc Brown, Marty, time travel. I don't care where they go. I just like 2 of the best because there's so many worlds to choose from.
I like 2 of the best too.
Yeah.
The easy way.
Hey, speaking of the easy way, there's an easy way to download past
There
episodes
sure
of
is,
this
Mark.
show, isn't there, Brian?
Sure
Why don't
is.
Why don't you give us a lowdown? What time
Thank you very
coordinates
much
do you
there,
have to
Captain
punch in?
Segway.
You like that? What sort of
The easy way would be to
Flux
head over
capacitor.
to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.
The number
number
3.
Oh, we're all doing it.
GDpodcast.com.
I never
Just
do it.
us
It's
2.
always you two. I
It
didn't
could
get
be
the memo.
anybody.
Pointed
I
at
didn't
us
get the
too.
TPS report.
You don't know numbers.
I sure do.
Mark has no TPS report for his bunghole.
Shut up, buddy. Sorry, continue.
Yes, so at www.3gdpodcast.com, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes and a lot more goodies, such as links to our social media presences and links where you can email us, rate and review the show, and most importantly, one-click buttons where you can subscribe to us through the podcast platform of your choice so you never miss an upcoming episode.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, stay tuned, man. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We got our Hammer series coming up pretty soon in the near future.
In the
and
not too distant
4th
future.
of July's over, so
Next
we're gonna
Sunday, AD.
We're going to start preparing for Halloween. As usual, we want to give a shout out to all our friend podcasts out there: Entertainment Rants, 2 Geeks and a Microphone, Get Your Shine Box, PVD Horror, The Geek Dad. Am I missing anybody?
Did you say 2 geeks and a microphone?
2 Geeks and a Microphone.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
I
you
did.
said
If
that.
not,
You
I'll
did?
give them
Okay.
there's 2 of them, so
Yeah.
I can say
Well-
it twice. Dropping awesome episodes. They always get in
The
touch
show's
with me.
so nice, we mentioned it twice.
We sure did. They always have great things to say about our show, and we
And we
will
appreciate
say
it,
great
and we love
things
those
about
guys.
their show.
And I think
even
I'm-
though Marco, you have got to come over and watch Tango and Cash with us again, dude, because you missed the point.
I
of
still
Tango
have
and
I still have to finish listening to that one.
I don't think he missed the point.
That movie is awesome.
Really?
Look at him. Look at
I
him.
think I've only
Tito's
seen
ready.
it
Oh wait,
once.
no.
Tango and Cash?
Tango and Cash is
Cash.
good. I was thinking Turner and Hooch.
Oh my God.
I
Okay.
like that
I mean,
movie
that's a
too,
good
but
movie,
Tango
too.
and Cash is,
Yeah.
is a better film.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come over,
Sorry.
cross over with us again, Marco. You need your beer goggles for that movie, man. You gotta have a few drinks.
No,
No,
way.
that movie's
I'm
awesome.
so stone sober every time I watch Tango and Cash. That movie's phenomenal.
That's our
Bazooka
story.
Boots?
Right
Come
there.
on.
Tito, when we do our Buddy Cop
Come
movie,
on.
it's going to
Bazooka
happen.
Boots. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Until next time, I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
Good night, and keep watching the skies because everything's coming upside down face. It's a Family Guy reference.
Yes.
Derek got it.
I did.
Probably the only one that did.
I didn't get it.
Fuck that show.
It's been late.
Tom,
It's the-
Tom Tucker's son has an
He's
upside
got
down
I
face.
We're just so sorry everything got turned upside down face. Hilarious. So, yeah. Thank you. Good night. Wants to do this joke.
Don't take candy from
wanna do
a
this joke?
stranger. Things like that could lead to danger.
I can't hear you.
Sorry.
I can't hear Tito.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that's because we muted your mic because you weren't using it last week. How's
That's
that?
fair.
There he is.
Hey.
Woo.
Boop,
Welcome
boop,
back.
boop, 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 boop.
All right. Tito doesn't want to do it.
No?
Brian.
All
how
right.
about you?
What do I have?
I won't. I won't.
Tito's like, don't make me do it. Gonna lose what little street cred I have left after being on this podcast with you guys.
Walking. No.
I blew a hole out of the back of my ass once in my shorts. When I sat down, there was so much air, it like popped the back of my shorts. Pop. I said, what the did my ass explode? Oh, it's a hole in my
I was
shorts.
in my tuxedo. I got into the car, was getting into the car to go to the concert.
Oh, that sucks.
One time and split like as I was getting in. Like
that's
I'm like,
the worst
oh
feeling.
no.
What did you do? Did you just go with it?
I went there and actually Ann Schwartz ended up sewing it for me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
All right.
Schwartz fixed my shorts.
Hi, man, Schwartz. Peter Schwartz's mom. Remember Peter Schwartz? He was my drum major in high school.
Schwartz is strong with this one.
May the Schwartz be with you. All right, ready? Here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. Where's the fucking joke? Okay.